In this video, I want to tell you guys about the new and the most recent physics and simulation add-ons for Blender, which you probably missed in the last few months. And let me tell you, some of these are really great, like add-ons for simulating cracks, physics for character animation, and others for physics of scattering assets around your environments, in addition to add-ons for tearing cloth and so on. Before we continue, I want to let you guys know that SuperHive is having right now its spring sale with a 25% discount on thousands of products. So if you have some add-ons or assets in mind that you haven't picked up yet, right now is the best time to do so. And if you don't know where to start, I have great suggestions down in the description. I want to start with this add-on called Lazy Cracker. The idea behind this one is simple, yet really powerful. It is a complete crack and destruction workflow inside Blender. You can either draw your custom cracks or generate them procedurally, then create simulation-ready fracture pieces in no time. You can enable fracture surface controls to treat fresh cut faces, as a separate surface from the original object. And each fracture comes with its origin in the center of the geometry. You also get the ability to control the interior and exterior materials of your object. Combine this with Lazy Drop library that comes with the add-on as a bonus, and you can get a production-ready cinematic results in no time. Another really interesting add-on is called Goo Physics, which is basically the in-house tool for dealing Go Studios, popular for their animated YouTube videos. And the add-on is all about making physics in Blender feel way easier and more stylized. I mean, instead of those super stiff realistic sims, I would say this is like an all-in-one physics system, where you can quickly add motion to things like hair, cloth, props, or even soft bodies, without setting up a crazy node network, or even rigs. Just drop it and it starts working. It also comes with multiple simulation modes like cloth, soft body, and even GeoNode based options. Plus, some stuff like automatic wind, built-in jiggle physics, collisions, and a bunch of presets which can help you get good looking motion. I mean really fast, without tweaking for hours. But the big idea here is control. The thing is, you got automatic simulation, but you can easily tweak it and push it into that bouncy, exaggerated, almost anime-like style motion, instead of realistic physics, which is honestly where it stands out the most. It is also designed to fit into real workflows, so whether you're doing stylized animation or you just want a quick secondary motion on a character, I would say this add-on is gonna be a time saver and a lifesaver that is not gonna disappoint you. Another interesting add-on is called SimplyTear, from the developer of SimplyCloth. And this add-on is for creating realistic cloth or object tearing effects. And the good news, it got recently updated, in the version 2 of the update, which made it even better. For example, they introduced dynamic tearing, meaning your cloth or material can tear progressively during an animation, not just instantly. And it even added an activate object feature that allows tears to trigger when, say, another object collides, which is great for ripping clothes in collision. SimplyTear also comes with multiple tear methods, also presets including rough, regular, sharp, and so on, for different styles of rips. And you can combine it with Blender's cloth physics to watch the material realistically react as it rips, making it great for things like, bottle damage, horror scenes effects, or any creative destruction. The next add-on is called Scene Enrichener, which does exactly what it says. It basically allows you to take a simple 3D scene and fit it with all types of debris and trash. Honestly, this part is one of the most important steps in making a realistic environment, yet it can get pretty boring quickly. But with this add-on, you can select your object's collections to avoid clipping, then pick a preset, and that's it. It automatically scatters debris in your scene, while avoiding the objects that you already have in your scene. So it basically uses an ambient occlusion mask to determine where the objects are. But there are some other features too. In the optimization side of things, the add-on can replace all the debris element with proxies, and you can turn on camera culling. The add-on also offers many settings, which you can adjust to change how the debris are scattered, like the ray length, noise scale, etc. But you can also manually paint where you want it to be scattered, and you can even use an attractor object so the debris can follow it around the scene. The next add-on I want to talk about is called Mesh Painter, and this is one of those add-ons that sounds obvious as soon as you say it out loud. Why am I duplicating and replacing props when I could paint them. And that's exactly what the add-on does. It is a real-time placement tool that lets you paint, align, and scatter mesh objects directly in the viewport. You can create brushes from any mesh object, build a brush library, and paint instances onto surfaces, with per brush controls for scale, spacing, offsets, alignment to surface normals, following stroke direction, and randomized rotation and scale variation. And there is even a brush tool mode for free painting, in addition to a precision placer mode, where modifier keys change snapping behavior. And it has stroke editing to adjust stuff after the fact, without any repainting. Under the hood, it is raycast based, and it works on curved terrain, CAD imports, and complex geometry, which is exactly where vanilla placement tools usually fall apart. Next, I want to talk about this one called Particles Add-on. Its purpose is to simplify building particle style scenes, with all its details. I mean, things like butterflies, birds, fireflies, dust, sparks, confetti, or those kind of ambient motion layers without you manually doing everything from scratch each time. You will get 4 simulation types and 11 pre-made optimized setups, including dust, embers, flies, fireflies, confetti, sparks, butterflies, dragonflies, pigeons, crows, fish, you name it. In addition to others may be coming in the future. The 4 simulation types include, first of all, empty simulation, where objects can either follow behind the empty or when using a negative value. Next you have curve simulation, which as you can tell, allows particles to follow curves with settings that you can change. You also have wind simulation to affect how particles are spread or affected. Lastly, there is simple simulation for simple and quick setups. So guys, if you are interested in these add-ons, you will find all the necessary links in the description. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.